Welcome everyone back to another stream. I am your host Aman, and with me today I have McLovin.
Hey, how's it going?
I am your host Aman, and with me today I have pretty good, pretty good. I hope everybody can hear perfectly well.
Yeah, please type in the chat. I'm too quiet.
And then we're just waiting for our contestants here. We have Lady Shaver 88 versus Yoon. Again, a big underdog battle that we're going to witness once more.
Sorry about that. Yeah, tell us a bit about the players.
Well, I know about Yoon being he joined us in the first tournament, played a few good games, dropped down to the lower bracket, kept on fighting. But as I said, a bit of an underdog. And then Andreas, 1400 elo on the free food party. But not new to the game, as I hear. He is quite familiar with it.
Yeah, I've played him already a few times. He's pretty good. And so it's going to be an interesting match. I'm, of course, rooting for the underdog because I like rooting for the underdog. Someone's got to do it. But yeah, to load up on the spectator mode. They have already launched the game. They've got a 1 minute delay. And have you already read out the bans or the picks, or do you want me to do it?
I guess you can go ahead and I think this is my opportunity to quickly add that to the stream.
Okay, so Lady Shaver, um, who's called Andreas in the Discord, he's playing France, and Yoon is playing Hausa. The map is Florida, and Yoon has banned France's Skirmisher, and Lady Shaver has banned House's Raider. Now, a question they asked me before we started was when he said skirmisher, does it mean the unit type or the unit itself? Like he was asking me if he could still send Jaegers and things like that, and the answer is yes. It's just specifically the name um, of the specific unit. It's not unit types. So if you ban skirmisher, it's not a one size fits all. Every single light infantry that you have access to is now off limits. It's only specifically the one now, which can be pretty. Still, like gives you some interesting options to choose from. Like for example, Jaegers are still available to France. So I feel like actually we're probably going to see that from France. However, with Hausa losing Raider, House is one of those civs that's probably the worst off in a tournament like this because like they have access to a few units because it's all based on um, home shipments and the alliances that they pick because they only have 4 units in their war camp that they can train with food, wood, and gold. Everything else that they have access to, they have to either get an upgrade, like search a tech, or send it from the home shipment, like the Akans, or they have to use their influence to recruit them, which is something that you can't really gather as traditionally as the natural resources. So House of Losing Radar means he's going to have to go Skirm Goon, or in this case, Fluani Archer and Javelin Rider. He could go for the Lafidi Knights, but I've never really had, especially in H2. Well, actually, no, you can't even get him in H2 without sending a card, which I think it's like 500 influence, and it gives you 4 of them in the shipment, and it unlocks them in H2. And Fluani Archer and And the thing is with their comp, with our comp, Javelin Raiders are just like their whole point is that they're one population. They're a dragoon, um, but they do more damage in melee than they do at range. And they're cheaper than goons, and they only cost one pop, but they're just worse overall. Even in like age 3, like they drop off really quickly, and they only have access to one card, I believe. And that card just increases their damage to heavy cav and their HP. So overall, they don't really scale up to regular dragoons. Whereas the archer, on the other hand, which is the equivalent of the skirmisher, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than crossbowman. It costs food and wood like a crossbowman, but it does a lot more damage. I believe has higher multipliers, and also it can gather from herdables, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But when you're getting an extra herdable with every single shipment that you send, it can be used. Like I've seen the Habanaya build uses that feature of the archer to have them gather, because I think they gather at 2 food a second, which is incredibly fast. Um, but again, that's only on the herdables like that you can find. And we're playing on Florida, which there are a lot of herdables on this map. You know, there's a lot of sheep. This is a pretty good map for Hausa. They can't really use water, although their 2 caravel shipment that they can send, it's not the caravels, but it's their equivalent of it, is actually a really good shipment, of the way the unit fires, because it doesn't turn with side to fire, it just fires straight ahead. So it's able to, if you get the click on the caravel, you're able to kill them before they can kill you. You can pretty much trade with alive, uh, who picks the fight. And they're just like a really good unit for taking out the fishing ships, because they fire a lot faster than regular battleships.
Yeah, we will have to see how this matchup plays out. I hope that they did put all the settings correctly, because a 1 minute delay, no match has popped up
Uh,
just yet.
the top just all map maybe.
Nothing yet. I do hope they have not forgotten that the settings of 1 minute delay was spectator on, because if
Um,
that's the case, we might have to see a rematch or a replay here, folks.
late, Lady Shaver did tell me he set it to 1 minute delay. I might jump down there and talk to them.
Well, as we've said again, France versus Hausa. France having a full roster tech tree. Hausa very small. We're gonna see how these players compete and how they play around the unit that was banned. No early cav for Hausa, no skirms for France, but France do have the crossbows as backup. Hausa does have the Lefidi Knights as backup. We will have to see how this plays out. And then everybody should just stay tuned. We also have another match later today. GMT +2 around 9 p.m. We have Custoser versus God Tobias. I believe that match will be very tight. Great match that will be as well. And hoping for this one as well. I believe there may have been some mistakes in the setting up of the match, we don't see them popping up. We all know H3's mechanics, hosting lobbies, spectating, and all that is very scuffed, as we see now here as well. Yes, I believe now McLovin is sorting it out so we can have a proper match. Settings were wrongly done.
Okay, so they're restarting. They got into 8 minutes. They
Hmm.
were kind of, I gave them the option um, that they can re-pick their sibs if they like, because they were kind of like annoyed that they had to basically do the same thing again. So we'll find out from them if they are going to swap sibs or their bans. And I'm not going to spoil it, um, but someone was getting absolutely clapped.
Well, it is what it is. The rules were
It is
stated.
what.
You know, you have to have it spectator mode. You needed to show it.
Yeah.
We can't wait for the match to be done. Then putting up the stream is quite pointless after all.
So here we go. Okay, it started.
All right, let's see if the match pops up now. I believe it should, like, all the settings or all maps, not blank, all regions.
Just reading the chat now.
Right, I have found the game. Let's get into it.
Here we go. Oh, okay. They both have different names to the Discord.
I see this as well, yeah. It's taken quite this time to load.
It is. I hope it's.
And
Give it a minute.
then believe we're in. Right,
There we.
kicking it off in the bottom corner, playing as the color green, we have Cynic Lucia, known as Yoon. Top corner, playing as blue, the German. Playing as France, we have Lady Shaver 88. Underdog versus the pro, I wanna almost say. We have a wood treasure going for France already, 35. That's nice.
Yeah,
Drainly.
for those who play Lady Shaver, it feels like you are versing a pro sometimes. But yeah, hopefully Yoon is able to pick up all of the sheep that he can. Because that's just free wood, free gold for Hausa. And see, he is starting to send him over there. It is a bad pick. I know, like the bottom market, you don't that spawned in. But for your other one to build it in front, and especially so far away from your town center, and then put all your herdables on there, it's not a very good play because it can go down very quickly. And when it goes down, you lose access to your influence gather rate, and your opponent will probably steal all of your herdables. So it's usually a good practice for Hausa players and for Ethiopia to put your livestock market in the back.
I agree, I agree. We see though, um,
There's
Yoon
another sheep.
here, yeah, trying to find these sheep as much as possible. Franz scout going around and in the base, maybe trying to cut the scouts, the sheep route off, and also get some vision from the Hausa player.
Yes. So see Hausa, he's doing the standard build order in Age 1 for Hausa, which is build a house, get hunting dogs. He's probably going to go 15 age up. I don't think he's picked up any good food treasures so far. What's happening over in France's corner
I
on
believe
their
it's
perspective?
pretty standard stuff. We're gonna probably see a 10-10 from France.
Yes, he hasn't built a house, so we're most definitely seeing that. He has built a trade post and he's built a little bit forward. Um, and we can't see decks just yet, but we should be able to very soon. So he said, let's look at Francis' deck.
A lot of native cards.
Oh, natives. Okay. So he banned the Hussar, the heavy cav, so that he can go double archer, light infantry. That's really good. See, that's how you can play against. What's that? Three in the. Oh, it's the yes, the Three Musketeers, of course. Hmm.
Hausa going for the
So
Yoruba build here, that known fast industrial Yoruba. Bit of
the
risky going
Habitat.
it. Yes, a bit risky going with this against France.
Yeah, especially French natives, because typically in 1v1s, if you're going native, you're gonna want to fight and try to finish in Age 2. Especially when especially that you know that your opponent's not going to have any hussars to defend against the double bow.
See, here's my problem again with the settings. It seems like the settings when you are playing in game and the settings when you're going to stream seems to be, I
Yeah,
don't know, be boxing each
yeah,
other
you still got yeah, you
consistent.
still got that
No,
yeah,
but you
because you
see
had that
the
home city stuck.
yeah, but you see that the it is saved, right? So if I go now, I put it back to the same one. I say legacy, and then I put it
No, you
back to
had on
default.
okay.
You'll see now what I mean. And I put it back to default, right? The same setting it was on from the get-go. I say save key bindings, and I promise you right now, the home city will be there. Open and close it at the top. So I don't
There you
know
go.
why the settings keep resetting themselves every time I watch a game, but when you play it, it is completely different. I am not sure.
Well, we just got to make sure to do that at the start of every game. Um,
Age up from
so
France.
Lady Shape is aging up with the quartermaster. Yeah, that's typical. And now he's chopping. What is Hausa doing? Hausa has not aged up yet. He has that 15 villas. Okay, what's he got to age up with? Songhai, Berbers. He
The,
hasn't clicked it yet. There we go. What have we got?
the Moroccan.
Moroccan. So yeah, I think he's trying to FF, which, like, Hausa is not going to be able to deal with this. Even a player with similar skill, not having access to um, Raiders is he's not going to be able to hold the H2 push that's coming. And even if he does get into H3, um, he's going to try to make. I mean, I don't know what he can make other than just Lafidis. Um, if he's able to get some of those Berber shipments that he's got in his deck, if he's able to get some of them out, they're going to be pretty useful. Because they do counter I think they do a lot of damage to light infantry too. You need to get the mod, the better unit description, because it actually lists off um, everything. Like gives you a lot more information.
I see. Well, we do know the Berber camels do well against cav and cannons, but they do get countered. They're tagged as light cavalry, so the Berbers are essentially like a goon type unit. So the Seminole and the Carib will destroy them if they can get the range advantage.
Oh, have a look. Oh, yeah, you're right. They 2 times versus cavalry, 1.6 times versus shock infantry, 1.5 against artillery, 0.75 on Vils, and 0.5 on light infantry. So they do half damage. They do have 300 health. They are very tanky. But yeah, I guess you're right. There's not much here that Hausa can do really, other than I guess try to go for some Lafidi rush. Man, if he had the Lafidi card in H2, that'd actually be probably pretty good to
Um,
send
it, it,
while he's
it
pushing.
comes down again with France being a Civ with a full roster tech tree. You know, they have bows, they have pikes, they have their musk, halberdiers,
Yeah.
skirms. They have two types of hand cavalry. But when you look at Hausa, one goon, one skirm, no
Yep.
musketeer, and two types of
Yep.
melee cav. Their roster is completely smaller compared to any other European civ, and this is a problem for him picking Hausa in this matchup.
Okay, so and already we're starting to see here that France is about to musketeer rush him. He's actually not going for the natives. Okay, he's just put down a barracks and 5 musketeers is coming out. Meanwhile, with Hausa, he sent the House of Kingdom card in H1 and he had it to arrive in H2. And he's gotten a university out and a trade post, and he's also got the church. He isn't actually, sorry, he is gathering the XP crates, and now he's setting the Palace of Amina. That's going to give him a palace and 300 influence. That's definitely going to give him some defense, and I'm assuming the next card we're going to see from him is 700 gold. He's doesn't have enough XP, but it should be fine. I'm actually surprised that he's able to squeeze out an extra shipment for House of Kingdom. Like it's going to set him up very nicely, having that trade post and the university. But it means he's probably going to spend a little bit more time than he wants to in H2. Um, and I'm not too sure if I think sending the palace is probably the best bet first, rather than sending the 700 gold first. And he is making Fluani Archer. He is going to have to make some units in order to hold. This is actually going to work out pretty well for him because he's going the 10 Musk. Maybe France has gone for a fake out with the natives, or maybe that's what they were doing in the first game. He really needs to get that palace building. He's about to no, yeah. So he's got to lose the livestock market. He needs to start getting his herdables over to the next one so he can better defend it.
Does have
But
three
yeah, getting
Falanis. Couldn't get the full batch out. I do hope he's not gonna try and focus down the hero. Try to focus down these musketeers.
he had no one on wood. I think he was just trying to get use wood from the market. Okay, he is now moving some of his cattle over. The cattle is worth more in the livestock exchange than the sheep, so that's probably fine to move them first. But yeah, he is losing the archers. France using the explorer to tag them in melee.
And just giving these
The explorer
musketeers full roam now. He needs to be careful with these vills. He didn't get the upgrade from the market.
Okay, so we've got
So
3 Magadite coming out from the fort. That's also going to be another good card. The 700 gold has arrived, but he's unable to pick it up. But he's got 5 Fulani Archer heading in. They should be able to drive out these musketeers.
even
And he's sending
shipping.
7 Fulani. He is desperate to hold. He's not going to have any shipments in H3, I believe. Actually, he built a second trade post. He's got XP for days. He's going with the Exiled Prince, so he's aging up fast. What's he setting up for? Like, what's he planning to do in H2, I wonder? So he's only sent 3 CDBs, 4 CDBs, and 700 gold.
Uh,
Has he started building any of the
no,
native sites?
No. I believe he wants to do a Musk Falc push probably.
Right. He'll be able to because he's going to be. House is going to still take a while to them in H3. Have they clicked up yet?
No,
7
I
Feb.
don't think so. Is he shipping?
How far away is he?
Not shipping the Falcs yet. House, 7
He
Filani's
has
coming
the
in
gold. He's
now.
very close to the food. Timbuktu manuscripts. That's going to give whatever you age up with, you get double the amount of whatever option is. So say if he picks the 700 wood, he's going to get 1400. Alright, so what did he click with? The Berbers. Okay,
Berbers.
so he's going to get 8 Berber cab. I think that would actually be pretty useful because if you get the archers shooting the musketeers, you get the Berber onto the falcon nets,
Hmm.
that's going to go down really quickly. And
Hmm.
the Berbers, mind you, are shadow tech, so they're going to be age 3 Berbers. So they're going to be even tankier.
We do see, I believe France having the eco advantage, 21 vills compared to 17, and then
Yeah,
France
oh, he has
getting steel traps as
bills.
well.
So yeah, at the moment, France has got the map control. He can take this game at his leisure. Hausa might, after one more pass the trade post, though, I don't know if he's going to have a shipment ready in H3, because you can see the tray Calvar, he's all the way up at France's base.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if he's going to make it
I
back
I would love
over
to
there in time.
see House switch the university to XP. I mean, he has the
That
500
would be good.
influence to ship the Berbers, so he doesn't need any more
Yeah.
influence in Fortress. And getting more XP, I think, would just be better because he
Mhm.
has 2 military shipments, maybe 3.
Yeah, and right now he's batching 5 dragoons, the Jav Riders, sorry. Okay, no, I was wrong about Timbuktu manuscripts. I thought it gave you double.
Adding goons to his army comp here. The Falcons coming in with the Musketeers. Musketeers are not upgraded. The Falanis are not stagger mode. Taking a good shot there. Now we see the stagger mode. As you said, that marketplace is gonna go down. He needs to move those
He needs to move.
cows. Berber's trying to
Okay, he's
flank
trying to
here
go for a flank.
with the javelins. He needs to
Don't
pull the
trickle them in
Falanis
though. He
in.
needs to put them together exactly.
Hmm. He needs to be careful with that market. Don't lose those cattle. We see a
Are you
call
watching this
being made.
at a slower speed?
I don't know why it is slower. I put it on the fast pace mode. Might be
Well,
just
no. Put it on the normal pace mode. No. As the just yeah, you see, it actually does it. Speed it up. They're moving normally. So don't have it play slowly. Have it play normal.
well, I believe it's this one maybe. No, it's still the same. Influence coming
Just
in.
a bit of
1000
delay.
influence.
Has he? He's making calls. I think he wants to try to get. He's not going to get 3 out in time. I think he might be able to get 2. He needs to get more vills gathering that influence if he wants to time this right.
Curse
Only
coming
4.
in.
Cursor coming in. He does have the anti-cav. He just needs to keep him alive.
I don't believe he's gonna get another call out. The
He's
one
no.
call would
He's
be
not.
fine, but he's already lost so many of the Falanis. I feel like even if he kills the Falcons, how is he going to deal with all of these Musk? We have 23 Musketeers. Again, trying to use the Falani to snipe, but the Falcons are gonna lock on. There goes some
Trying to
Falanis.
lead them towards the cove. I think the cove's going to get
Great
shot. Yeah, get.
volley, great
Oh,
volley.
that was
Gets
a good
both
one.
of
One
them.
more, one more. Fire, come on. Why is it not shooting?
Falcons are grouped up. He
Oh!
gets both of them. He's trying to dive with the curse, but I feel like this is not the play you want to do. You're going to lose one cur. The second cur is probably going to go down here easily. As you said, that bonus. There we have it. 2 times. Cur goes down. Last
And another one's good to
cur.
go. No. Oh, what's he doing? He misclicked on him.
But as we said, like,
France
even
is
if you
now
get
sending
the
1,000
curs,
wood. I think now
so
he's about to get his
unraxing.
CCs up. Yeah, I think he's going to either go for more military or more eco and kind of lead into the late game. I think this game is lasting a little bit longer than France anticipated. But Hauser,
Losing
switch over to
bills.
Hauser's side. Yeah, because how many vills is he on? 15 vills. See,
14, 13. This is getting closer to over. He's
and now
12 bills.
exactly, he's lost access to the livestock market. So you can see at the bottom right, gold is at 0, wood is at 0. He can't sell anything. House's score was only able to maintain pace for so long because access to the livestock market is that powerful. He's starting to bring him back, but I think he did manage to. Did France like grab any of them and like send the livestock back to his base,
No, no, he's
or
even
did he
has
just?
some of them captured and has not moved them back at all.
Yeah.
Stable being put down, gathering that wood as you said. No second TC coming out. He's not recalling his explorer, so I don't know what he wants to do with the wood. He's already spent most of it.
He's going for veteran Musk, and then he's sending the goons. Um, Interesting. And he's always got that option to go natives.
But I do, as you said, we have 26 vills for France to 11 vills
Hauser is only now. Oh, he just
behind.
made 2 falconets.
Has a
He's
Falcon,
got
has a
500
Calf.
XP. He's got enough to make more or ship more Berbers. That's probably the better bet is to ship the 8 Berbers.
I still don't know how he's going to deal with France. The Musk Mass, he needs to pull them off here. He can maybe get a nice volley right now. And no, he wants to wait. Going for a treasure here, 120 gold. That's very nice. Calv even helping here with the Jaguars. France gonna take down that TP. Five curs, getting the market upgrade to improve that gold economy of his. He's going in now for a fight, it looks like. Falks, are we paying attention?
I don't think so.
They're unpacking, are they gonna fire? One volley, second volley. The Falcons are unpacking. Curse jumping on the cannons. One Falcon
Oh
down.
no.
Second Falcon down. Carved down.
And
And
the
I
colors.
believe that is GG.
GG. Yeah. What does Hauser have any shipments coming in? Oh, he's got the voodoo tactics. Why are you sending that?
I believe
That only increases their range.
even if he shipped the Berbers, I don't see them helping him in
See,
this fight.
exactly. I mean, because the voodoo tactics, I believe, only increases their range. The combat card, the one that was next to it, that's the one you probably want to send. If you were to send one of the two at this stage. But yeah, it's pretty much over. 10 vills, and they're all in the town center, I believe.
Oh, there's three down here on
He's
the
got 20,
mine.
that's three, yeah.
Making three Berbers. I don't see them doing anything here. This is... So we saw France doing a fake out with the natives, as you said. No natives. Complete fake out. But I feel like that was not needed. I feel like you're wasting all of these cards in your deck just to fake your opponent out. TC going down. There goes the Vills. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before I could finish
There
counting,
we go.
a great early start from Yoon. But again, I feel like Hausa having a smaller roster is it's hard to deal with France.
Okay, good thing I messaged them. They're already picking the next map. It's going to be unknown.
Unknown.
Uh,
Very, very interesting. It depends on the civs you pick here for unknown, I believe.
yeah, so far with testing, it's really been the the European civs like France and Britain and Spain, as well as like USA and Mexico. They seem to be really strong on unknown. Because a lot of time you get like you just need a sieve that can really take advantage of the free things that unknown gives you. Because a lot of the time, like if you don't play unknown much, you kind of assume, oh, you're just going to get nothing, just like one gold mine and a couple of turkeys, and that's it. But now sometimes you'll spawn in with a herd of, or actually more often than not, like a herd of 10 elephants, a trade wagon, like and a couple of those Northern Ranger units that like gather food faster that the Sweden native can get. Unknown can like make you like give you some really strong buffs, and it's good to pick a civ that can take advantage of that.
I see the chat is very active, very lively.
Yeah, let me have a look.
It's a dangerous game, Mr. McLovin, especially for you.
Oh my God, why are they talking about this again? They've moved the argument from the general chat to this Twitch one. They're still going at it. Hey.
We see Grime also popping in another Balkanese. No civs not picked yet.
Not yet. They haven't sent me a message.
I believe I feel like the best civ that you want for unknown that I haven't seen people pick often. You know, a lot of times people say France, is the
Hmm.
main go civ. And I feel like Japan is amazing on unknown. You know, that Mountain Warrior card, the map always
Yes,
has great hunts for your shrine boom.
and it also yeah, and with the Mountain Warrior card, it always has great resource treasures. Because it gets one. There's a unique one. It's the one that just has three question marks, and it just has a mysterious crate of resources, and it's usually guarded by something simple like two baboons or two wolves. And I believe it always gives you like 50 of two different resources, whether it be 50 food and 50 wood and gold.
Yes.
And like just getting like 100 resources like fairly easily from like really weak treasures, guardians, can be really strong. But it is a bit of a roll of a dice what it gets, what it gives you.
Yeah.
But hey, who can say no to free wood,
It's
gold,
just
food?
it's always a guarantee. Well, unknown is always a guarantee to have some wacky and good treasures. Compared to your normal standard maps like your Florida or your Baja maps. Um, we have seen in the tournament somebody picking Spain. A bit of a risk for unknown because Spain wants that TP and the map can either give you no TPs or it could give you really strong
Spain
TP
can
line.
play. Spain can play without the TP.
You believe so? You don't see them being a bit slower.
Oh yeah, obviously they're a bit slower. That's the same with every civ that needs the trade line. But Spain can, especially if you go like stay in H2, they can get away with it. Like just build. I know it's not as optimal, building a house in a church, but that will require you to chop like an extra 25
Mm.
wood. Spain is still able to get away with it versus other civs like France because Spain gets faster shipments. Um, so I feel like it just means that they're just playing on a level playing field when it comes to XP in their shipments if they don't have the trade post. But a good player is able to play around that.
Yes, yes, we will see what unknown map we receive. Some of them are completely crazy. Some spawn with commanderies, and then you can make settler wagons out of the commanderies, which completely changes everything in the matchup, I believe.
Hmm. I'm glad that the chat is able to keep themselves entertained while we wait.
Entertain is a word you could use there, yes.
I might drop down and see how they're going.
Yeah, they are taking quite long now. I don't know if
They
somebody's
might
taking
just,
a
yeah, they might.
break. Smoke
Exactly, that's what I was
break.
thinking.
So game one, as we have Lady Shaver going France, getting the pickup, 1 point, 2 games left. Can Yoon throw a wrench in Lady Shaver's plans to get the 3 points? Yoon might not be able to maybe qualify for the next round, but he could be the person that could cause problems in the group, taking matches from the Albanian, taking matches from Bricky Kaz or Lady Shaver. Each point is a decider. I see someone in the chat saying now, why is he throwing ranges? Well, the lower elo players, they know already, no, it's going to be hard for them to get out of the groups. It's so tough, but they can take games away from players that are higher elo, like we see Novan versus Obi-Wan has done. Obi-Wan looking for 3 points, and Novan edging the last match, getting a point off of him, and that could be a decider in the groups, or while lead up to it. Looks like the players are probably taking a small break, maybe bathroom or getting something to drink, maybe smoking off the stress.
All right, so they're just editing their decks right now. So Lady Shaver is playing as Aztec, and Yoon is staying as Hausa. Lady Shaver is also keeping his ban, which is the actually, sorry, no, he's changing it to Fluani Archer, and Yoon has banned Jaguar Warriors, which I think is probably the best thing you can ban for Aztec, as they're really strong, especially for a Cav Civ like Hausa.
I I see why, but at the same time, the fact that Asics still has the Eagle runners, um,
Yes.
it's a problem.
Yeah, but also with Aztec, you got to also remember that their big button is Jaguar Prowl Knight, so they're also losing access to the big button. And they're also losing access to a lot of their siege. Because the Jaguar Prowl Knights, it counters cavalry and infantry, and it's also got high siege. Like, it's just all around, like, probably the strongest unit that Aztec has access to. I do not believe that there's any other unit they have access to that really can challenge that position, except maybe Coyote Runners. But Coyote Runners probably won't be necessary in this game as Hausa doesn't have access to their skirmisher unit. but it's obviously will still be useful for um, raiding.
Sticking with Hausa is very interesting. I wonder if he's going to
Yeah,
play
for
them
unknown.
differently.
All right. Um, I feel like he's got to. If he just tries to do the same build again, um, Aztec again, he's playing another Civ that is able to rush pretty quickly, and especially without the skirms, like uh, Aztec is just going to be all over him in seconds.
I agree, yes. I mean, Aztec still has that full roster. If they want to rush in H2, they have their Slingers, they have their Coyotes, they have the Puma. They could even go for the Merc build. Well, I say Merc build, a native build, where you ship the Mayan Holocan javelins.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Aztec is another overall good Civ in this kind of scenario because you can ban one of their units and they've still got plenty of options. Yeah, I'm thinking you must be like a House of Main or something, which is why he's just sticking with him. Stick to what he knows.
But not having the
We support.
Velanis, I feel like he needs to ship the card to go for a cons, or he needs to go Moroccans and go with the skirmishers. If he tries to go for this calf play, it won't work.
It's kind of funny how many people we come across in this server in this community that plays Hausa. Because it's like one of the like bottom three or bottom four like played civs on the ladder, and yet like everyone we've seen to come across like either mains him or like has him as a pocket. Like I main him, you have him as a you know how to play him. We've got Yoon playing him here. I know from the last match we streamed, Obi-Wan didn't play Hauser, but he
Mm-mm.
has been playing him on the ladder
Yes.
that I've seen recently, and there's a few other people in the server that also like to play Hauser.
It's a
It's just such a
such a great
definitely
civ.
the strong. It is. It's such an interesting civ. It's definitely the stronger out of the two African civs. Uh, and I think they did like a pretty good job with designing Hausa. It's definitely not overpowered, but it's definitely not weak. It's very balanced.
Right, kicking it off in the second match. Changing the civs here, we got the dominant German Lady Shaver playing as Aztecs in the color blue. Moving up to the top side of the map. The underdog, the man down with a point, still
Wow,
sticking the same civ, going House of Green, having a interesting spawning with the hunt and the tree lines.
I know. In the water, it's a swamp.
That is the
We are in
beauty of Unknown.
we are in far, far away. We're in Shrek's swamp. Uh, this is very similar to like I know Age of Empires 2 has got like a map that's kind of similar to this, where it's all just a maze of water. Obviously, in Age of Empires 2, you can't walk through the water. It reminds me a lot like of that. And what sort of oh yeah,
Do
do
my
your options
little.
thing so you can get the yep. And then I want to see what sort of natives we have access to.
I believe it would be a mixer of European mostly, and then with the
Well,
old legacy
I'm seeing,
ones.
yeah, I'm seeing some like Mesoamerican natives. I think you did click on them for a second. I think one of them was Zapotec.
Yes.
That's going to be pretty good. It's basically just a jaguar. The yeah, the can you just hover over the lightning warrior? I think it's called. No, the up there. Okay, yeah, again, you don't have it, but I'm pretty sure it's just a copy of the Jaguar Prowl Knight.
Yes.
Um,
Bit of weaker stats. It has less HP than a musketeer. I believe it's around 130. Low armor, normal speed. It does have the multiplier. I don't think it's a unit you want to really be going for. It's, as I said,
hold on,
low
where?
HP, low armor.
Where is that trade card going? Go up to back. Just go back up a little bit. Where is that going? The native sea builder.
Might be going for a.
Oh,
Oh, I think he thinks he
he's
can
got
build on it. That's not how it works, my
House of
friend.
No, it's not a trade. It's not a trade builder.
No, you can physically build it.
Yeah, there you
Um,
go.
we see Lady Shaver built it, and I saw some very interesting stuff here. We have the Akans, the
Okay,
Kree,
Cree.
and the
Oh
Nape.
wow, these are some. Oh, those are really good natives. That's probably some of the best natives in the game. Like the Lepene Warrior obviously has the debuff, the war cry. Kree, classic legacy skirmisher, really strong. And then a Khan, obviously with their big boomsticks, with their area of effect musketeer, all really, and also the Khan gold economy and getting access to. No, they don't send the salt mine. That is the Berbers. Um, but yeah, I think if Hausa figures out how to use that cart, he would definitely want to probably go a Khan to get access to that influence tech that the Khan embassy can send.
Lady Shaver already making an early game mistake. He was greedy, went for the Vil, lost the Explorer. Um,
That's going to be big. That's going to be big. It looks like he's built his community plaza immediately. Are we going? Can we see his deck? Okay. Are we going to see like a community plaza build?
I wanna
Because
say no, but at the same time, I don't know.
well, if you're Aztec, you know he basically knows how the game's going to go because he's already played Hausa. He's already seen like what his opponent's capable of doing. So Aztec can honestly just take his time uh, and basically set the pace of the game. So if he wants to, he could probably go for the warrior priest boom while also putting pressure on his opponent. If you look over at House's deck again, what have we got? So he's sending a Vil to go rescue his war chief. So he's definitely going to lose some time. So he's got a very standard build. He's got a lot of influence cards. I think he's pretty much just playing with the same deck. He's just taken out
Yes,
the um, the 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 camels.
got that free Vil, using the Vil to pick up the treasure, but the Vil is
He's
still
keeping one
idle.
around. Yep, there it goes.
And then just quickly jumping back to this native
Yes.
embassy. He chose the Cree, which means he can make now also French Vils, but if he chose the Lippe, oh man, what was the name
You
now
also
again?
get access to
You
Vils, yeah, for
also
the
get Vils, yes, but I see they both chose
okay.
the Cree.
Agree. That's I mean, for Hauser, that's probably actually the best option because now he has access to a skirmisher unit. However, they cost influence, and at 111 influence, that's really expensive for Hauser to make.
Hmm.
They would much rather. Honestly, it's probably the worst part about playing Hauser is the fact that they, for some reason, made them cost influence and not just regular food and wood.
Going
I don't see why.
Songhai.
It would be
Songhai
like if
Age
they
up.
made the Songhai Age. Okay, so he looks like he's going for the rush, or at least he wants enough mass that he can defend um, the H2 push. However, I think Aztec, if they're going to push him H2, they're just going to push him with pikes, and they're just going to shred the raider.
Yeah, as you said, I feel like Hausa can't do a switch to go for more of natives because, as you said, these natives are so expensive. 105 influence for one single musketeer.
Yes,
It
there's
is.
literally like there's no reason for it to cost influence. I can't see like why they would choose to do that. It would be like if they made the Asian civs have to spend their influence, like their tea export, just to get these natives. I mean, granted, the Africans can get influence faster than the Asian civs, but then on the other hand, the Asian civs don't have to like tech in really into the influence, whereas into their exports, sorry, whereas the Africans have to specifically do an influence focused build if they want to make the most out of these natives.
Oh, looking at this, we see Lady
As
Shaver's natives, his allies, his
exactly.
neighbors joined him.
So because exactly, because they're the native version, they won't. He will still be able to have access to them. I don't know. I feel like I would run it as that because it is a different unit, different name as well. Do they cost the same or 90 food, 30 go? I think they do cost the
They
same as
do
a regular
cost the
jacket
same,
warrior.
yes.
Are their stats any different? We'd be able to check if you had that better descriptions mod.
Again with the mod. Now I know what
And
mod
so
you're
he's made.
talking about, but
What's he age up with?
the Elder, I believe it was. Yes.
And what does that give you?
Oh, the Elder. I wonder if that was not the war hut that you received.
Someone in the chat should be able to tell us.
Songhai, very interesting. Getting the hunting dogs, another house. The Aztec explorer finally getting
It's
back
the
up on
War
his
Hut.
feet. It is the war hut, haha.
Mhm.
So we are gonna see aggression. I just realized this. A coal mine in base for both players. Or yes, it's a coal mine in base for both players. Which is interesting for Aztecs. We see Aztecs, Lady Shaver already gathering 600 coin. I believe he wants that for the Mayan allies maybe.
Yeah, he's sending the 700 ward, so I guess he wants to set up the rest of his army first before he sends that. Yeah, he's building it very aggressively. Hausa has also gone up. They both aged up relatively quickly. What's Hausa sending? The palace, okay, and he's just making the vills. Meanwhile, Aztec is making vills and um the Cree vill, the Cree CDB. So he's definitely hasn't forgotten about that. And yep, there it is. The pikes. Sorry, the musketeers. Hausa, he's taking a long time to build his camp builder. Hold on. One of them just sent me a message. Oh, it's already over.
I feel there's a bit of a delay here on this match. See the vills are gathering slower. I wonder if that's maybe the game. I might have to restart the game, or I don't know why
Yeah,
it's.
it is going pretty slow. I think that's why there's such a delay.
He sees it now. Looks like he wanted to go also for a forward base, but Lady Shaver just being quicker with it. And Yoon sleeping on the job, sees now the war hut, is now moving it back.
And
Making
yeah, Gramsci
coyotes.
just Gramsci just made a good point that there's Hausa needs the land for its universities, for its forts. It takes and then later on, if you want to go granaries and build farms, forget about it. They won't be able to do it on this map. So Hausa is in a very sticky situation here. Building the fort pretty aggressively. That should be able to
Making
help protect. He wants to protect the war camp. So there's raiders coming out. What's coming out of Aztec's war hut?
I believe it's coyotes, and then that shipment is coming, and as soon as that shipment comes, it's going to delete everything here.
Yes.
The Mayan having great
He's double
siege.
batching. Mhm. And he's even started. He is building the fort, but it's not going to have a lot of health.
Uh, I am questioning the Aztec player. He banned Felani, but he's making shock infantry. I wonder why. I feel like you wanna be going Puma Spearman, no?
It really, yeah, it really doesn't matter. As people were saying in the chat, they're good. Uh, Also be useful in case like your opponent is trying to do something else, like obviously he doesn't know that he's building just straight raiders. So it is probably better to have some diversity in your unit roster or in your army comp. So yeah, he's sending the coyotes out. Those coyotes will kill the raiders because the raiders have much lower health and base damage than hussars do. Like it's the equivalent of like fighting 4 raiders instead of 5. Sorry, 4 hussars.
There it is, as you said. Look at that raider going down. One
Hmm.
raiders,
He's
two
bringing
raiders, fort going
he's
down.
bringing them closer. Yeah, he's got a couple splitting off to help the coyote runners, and there goes the fort. And those raiders are gonna get cleaned up very quickly.
More raiders coming in. We also have raiders at the
Oh,
back, maybe wanting to
sorry.
raid. And he wants to get on top of the slingers, I believe, but cleaning them, how are you still gonna deal with the Holocan javelins?
Exactly. He's got nothing because all he can make right now is more raiders or javelin riders.
And then we see now raiders trying to go for a raid. We talked about this. I feel like he needed to get just for the accounts. The accounts would have been
Hmm.
fine against the Aztecs. But
Yes.
going
If he had
full...
made just 5 raiders, either from the anti raiding party button, the big button that you get with the Songhai upgrade, or had just sent 5 and then just went straight to Khan, and had gone for a Hussar, like a Cav Musk comp, that would have done a lot better than just straight Cav.
Saving that warrior priest there.
Yep.
A bit of idling from Lady Shaver. He's got almost all the vills in the TC just being idled here. Um, but again, how is the House of Player going to deal with this mass? No skirmishers, no musketeers. He did put down a tower, watchtower. He could make musketeers and, yes, desert archers here, but the desert archers won't be doing anything to those coyote runners, I believe. And the siege is really good on the Javelineer. Outpost already on
Well,
half HP. He'll get the desert archers out, but
Desert Arch Musk. Hmm.
there they go.
Th-
Lady Shaver not realizing that he made them. Oh, now he realizes. He turns back. Coyote's coming in. One down. 42 XP from that one. 40. Wow. A
Man,
lot
they
of
actually do a
XP.
lot of damage. Because that's 20 range attack and then a 0.75 multiplier against
Hmm.
heavy infantry. Yeah, it was just a shame he wasn't able to get more of them out. I mean, yeah, because you get you make them from the outpost, and the military wagon you get when you age up with the Songhai, so you get it can build either an outpost or a war hut, and then you get 200 gold. On release, many years ago, it was 300 gold, and then they nerfed it. I believe back then also the Desert Raider build, or like the Desert Archer, Desert Warrior build, was a lot stronger. And I think that actually probably would have been a better option, is to build the outpost and just gotten raiders from the big
Hmm.
button. He can send it now. Actually, no, he needs 500 influence. So yeah, there's not much he can really do other than watch his town center get burnt. He's got 700
Moving.
wood.
He's moving his units around here. I don't know why he could just burn down the TC. He's gonna find these 3 vills. Pick them up as well. No upgrades. Vills are not tanky at all. 3 going down
Oh
there.
no. He has more vills than he did in the last game. Surprisingly, now he's at 18.
Trying to get the watchtower up again. Making javelins. That would be nice. But he needs to get these units out now. The problem now, Aztec has such a huge advantage now. Um, he's probably using that native embassy to just make a lot of range coeur de bar. He's got 3.
How
29
expensive one does it?
vills. We're gonna hit now
Click on
30
the
vills.
outpost. Can you click on the outpost and look at the desert archer? Yeah, switch over to what have we got? 300 food, 75 gold. So they are fairly pricey, and they shoot faster the closer they are to the enemy. They are a pretty good unit. I think I should maybe think about like using them more.
I used to or still play Ethiopia rank where they have this shipment where you can ship 10 desert archers, and for any
Yes.
civ that goes heavy musk, you know, like your Japanese or your France, Brits, the desert archers, here they are amazing. 22 range, 30 range resist, they have that multiplier, and as you said, they have a long range mode or a short range mode, kind of like the Falani has.
Yeah, I believe so. That yeah, they fire quicker the closer they are to their target.
And here we are are we gonna see them fire? No. No, we are not.
There we go. All right. Yeah, are you able to quickly restart your game because like they said they were finished at the 5 minute mark and 5 minutes 10 seconds, and we're at 10 minutes 22 seconds. So you're going at half speed, yeah.
I know. It's very. See if we
And
can't
yes,
sort this out.
Lady Lady Shaver does strike again. He's 2-0. Still got one more game to go. Can Yoon
Pull
steal the
something
victory?
off
Steal one
here.
victory.
I'm hoping, but I think it's more of a. We see the way Yoon plays. Yes, he's a bit slow here and there, but I feel like it really comes down to also Hausa not having a big roster of units, and it's causing problems for the Hausa player now.
Yeah, it is like a skill gap issue. Um, Lady Shaver is definitely playing at a lot higher rate or skill level than Yoon is. It's really starting to show. Because yeah, we saw Yoon try to go for the raid with the earlier against Aztec, and he just doesn't have the actions per minute to keep up with both raiding and defending in the base.
We do see him, you know, he has knowledge about the Civ as well. Like we saw him put down the tower and trying to make the dislodger, so he knows about these units, but it's again like those decision makings that is costing him, and like you said, I believe it is the elo gap a bit. But
Yeah, his
again, if
macro. Mhm. Go on.
but again, as I said, like any other Civ, you know, if you look at France, like if he banned, you know, the skirmishers, he can go crossbows, or he ban the crossbows, he can make musketeers, he can make a unit to deal with the Aztec army, where here, you know, he has raiders, he has javelins, he has Lafittes. These are not units you want at all against a meso civ.
All right. How's it going? Are we all loaded up?
Oh,
Is your game loaded again?
yeah, it's just loaded now up.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just thinking of something that I don't really see people talk about a lot, but in Age of Empires 3, the micro really matters a lot, more so than I think in any other game in the series. I tell you what, because as you know, coming from if you played a game like League of Legends, sometimes it really does feel like you're playing it when you've got 10 skirms and you're trying to kite, you're trying to chase your opponent. Sometimes like it really puts a lot of like stress on your ability to keep up. Sometimes like during these fights, they're really intense, which I feel like comes with the fact that you're playing with mostly gunpowder and most units firing and then doing their animation.
Hmm.
So, we do have another game later in the day. Are you going to be streaming that one?
I believe so. It is quite late in the night, so that would be fine for me. Um, Anything on a Tuesday or a Thursday morning to afternoon, that is just beyond my time schedule.
Yeah, because we got in another 4 hours. We've got Castoza versus Tobias. So definitely stick around for that one. Oh yeah, because they're currently talking about it in the chat. And you say late in the night. It's currently 15 minutes to midnight for me, where I'm at. So put in the effort, mate. It's your tournament. I would cast
No.
for that one, but 4 in the morning, I don't know if I want to wake up in 4 hours' time to do it.
Oh my goodness. No, as I said, I'll be there for that 100%. But like anything on a Tuesday and Thursday morning to afternoon, then my hands are just tied.
All right. So I've just told them that we're good to go.
Game three, you
Game
need to
three.
try something. I feel like now more than ever, change your Civ. Pick a Civ that can maybe rush and then try to be the
Exactly.
aggressor for once here. You can see now both games your build order is not working, and I feel like Yoon is not going to realize this, and I'm confident he's gonna pick House again and do the exact same.
Yeah. And because there's not much else Hauser can do. He's tried Songhai and he's tried the Moroccan. I mean, the only thing else that's left is if he's going to stay in H2, he should be going Berbers and getting access to the Berber villages, because then that's 5 CDBs that you have, and especially when you're not very good at keeping up with the Vil count, that should probably help a lot with him, like just training more Vils. Uh, but I don't know. It's if he bans Raiders or Archer again, his opponent's going to be able to take advantage of that really well.
I agree. Um, for example, he could go Germany and ban the Javelin Riders, and then I know you can make Raiders against Hulans, but Germany can mass Hulans so well, and the Hulans being a glass cannon is
Exactly.
going to tear the Raiders apart in a fight.
Oh yeah, have we talked about that yet on the stream? Yeah, so like Ulan's is the only it's the only thing that you doesn't count towards the ban, as well. I mean the ones that you get in from the shipment, because it's a game mechanic. You can't like switch it off, because with the other units, like you choose what shipments you send, you choose your age up, you choose what you make from your military, but you don't choose the Ulans. And we felt like it would just be unfair for Germany if you just remove their game mechanic by just deleting every Ulan that arrives. If your opponent chooses to ban Ulans, it just means that they can't upgrade them or train them from the stables. But the one you get from the home city, we've decided that you're still able to use them, um, as then it would just basically dissuade anyone from wanting to use Germany for the whole tournament. Okay, so I'm just getting messages now. It's Sweden versus Portugal. So I think Lady Shaver is playing Sweden and Yoon is playing Portugal. And the Castadors are banned for Portugal, and the Hacker is banned for Sweden. The Hackapellas. So we are getting a very interesting change. Also, the map is Highlands. And
mm.
that's actually a really good map. It's a small map, so it's good for aggressive play, and it's got 6 trade posts along the edge of the map that goes in a circle. However, as I found out the other day, that it's not one big trade line that goes all around the circle. It's 2 separate ones, where one going from left to right, the other right to left.
Um. Yes. Again, we were just talking about that. Banning the Castadors, yes, no skirmishers for ports, but they have that fall. They can still go Musk Falk almost, as I want to say. Your Musk and your organ gun. Um, you can still make crossbows if you need them, but this is not as damaging for the ports player as it would be for, like your Hausa or your Ethiopia.
Exactly. I and I saw someone say that in the chat just then. I do think that that is what the which is halberdier rush for Sweden. I do think that that's probably what Sweden is going to want to go for, banning
Mm,
the skirmishes and then going for the because going for the halb rush because especially against port, you have a lot of infrastructure you have to burn through, and that's probably Sweden's best bet for denying or even like denying one of the one of the town centers from going up. Sorry, it's late at night. I'm starting to get brain farts.
and here we have a game 3 Highland small map as well. The distance between these players are very short. Seeing a color change here as well from Mr. Yoon.
Okay, so that's his in-game name. Is that Lucy?
I believe that would be also on the Free Food Party.
Yeah, I was just looking at it because I wanted to know what Civs he played, and yeah, he's 70%, 9%. Yeah, see a house to play, which is why he was very stubborn in switching.
Hmm. Right, match 3 finishing this off in the bottom corner playing blue. We have the German as Sweden, Lady Shaver. Top corner playing red, playing ports, changing the civ, looking for a point on the board. We have Mr. Yun. Small map here, both explorers trying to find any good treasure pickups. Torp being put
Very
down.
good. Oh, look at that. That's some very good starting hunts for Sweden. Like, look at all those two deer hunts being very close to your town center. It's going to be very easy for him to herd them in. I don't know if is this a good Torp map, in your opinion?
Um, I wanna say yes because you have these gold mines on the outline positions.
The
Um,
silver mines? Are they gold
yes.
mines?
No, no,
Okay,
that's a
just
sake by me, but silver
yeah.
mines. Um,
Yeah, and with how the map is structured, a lot of your attention's going to be focused, obviously, in the middle, as it's shaped as a mountain. You don't really,
mm,
having play test and practice on this map, I don't really find myself going down into like the very bottom depths of this map, I guess you could say. So yeah, if he wants to go down like to like the very south there, top left, and builds his torps there, I think that they're going to go untouched most of the game.
we also see only
Also, I don't think
both players only getting one mine, one silver mine in the base compared to most maps giving you two. So, this is still fine for Sweden because they don't really want to be gathering coin with their veils where your other civs want to.
and is that standard on this map? They only get one mine? I
Yeah.
haven't noticed. I think it is, yeah.
Looking at the ports player side though, I feel like his gold mines are a bit rough.
Yeah, he's that one. The closest one is what, the north one or far left or yeah, to the south.
Then you look at the
Okay,
Sweden,
so
he's
we're
got
getting it.
both gold mines, silver mines at the back of the base. And not that far from the TC, but yeah, the ports player, the mines are very harsh. Even the map is against the underdog here.
So, can we look at the decks? Sweden's already sending the three villages. Okay, so it looks like it's got a very, yeah, there is the church card. But other than that, it looks like a very standard Sweden deck, obviously without the hacks. What's that? Has he got the advanced artillery card in H3? Yeah, he does. What's the one with the? Okay, clicking out of it. That's fine.
Yeah, it just gives you horse artillery in
Yeah, so
H earlier and a
it gives you,
mortar that you can make.
yeah, interesting. So I think he is trying to get more because usually you would see like the leather cannon shipment in H3. I think he's like getting the mortar just to add extra siege to port, which I think is probably a good choice. Let's look over at the Portugal deck.
Victoria coming
We're
in.
probably we're probably going to see standard port, which is, yep, there's the Victorias. A lot more cards in Age 4 than I thought. I thought there'd be more in Age 3. I wonder if he's just going to try to FI. I'm hoping for Yoon's sake, that he looks at his deck and sees that he's got the church build. If he tries to go for the FI, he should be able to get into Age 3 fairly easily. But then trying to get to Age 4, it's going to be a bit of a struggle, especially when you're up against a higher skilled player. But Port has built the trade post, which means, but he has also built a house. Did that mean he chopped for that trade post, or did he pick up a really big wood treasure?
I do
Because
not
I believe they only,
think he. I don't believe he
yeah,
got any good treasures. The map's treasures are
so
mostly
he
coin and
chopped.
food.
Not good, because usually for Port you want to go for the 10-10. If not, uh, you would want to go for a house and a market and hunting dogs, but go for a house and a trade post. I feel like he's going to get real slow each time. Yeah, Sweden's already aging up with the governor. Is Sweden's governor the same as the rest of them? Is it just 200 gold and an outpost wagon?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. And now he's put 14 villas onto wood. I think he is, because this is, how much wood do you need to send for the halves? I don't play Sweden. Is
one
it a
thousand one
thousand wood?
hundred.
1,100, really? That's more than the Spanish one. But then I think you do get more halberdiers than you do with the Spanish.
Oh, we have Grime typing in chat here. It says it's
It's
1700.
1,700. Wow. Well, I guess Sweden, like, because if you get lucky with your tree line and your mine placement, you can have your torps gathering wood at the same time, which can help out. But then also the torps are just helping out in general by gathering food and gold. So you're able to afford to put more
But aren't they
onto wood.
weaker than your Spanish halberdiers? Because I know your Spanish
Yeah,
halberdiers
they are,
they
because
can promotions.
regenerate and get promotions. Because it's age 3 halberdiers, because you need to get into age 3. Whereas with the Sweden one, you can send it in age 2. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll
So
see
he's
now
banking
because
a
he's probably going to. No, okay. I thought the first shipment would be the church.
Yeah, you get 17 age 2 house, so you're basically paying 100 wood per. Oh no, he's not going for it. So instead, he's getting
4 torps, yes.
the 4 torps. Okay, so I guess he's playing this a little bit slower.
Might go in behind us. He might go 700 wood maybe. But we'll have to see. Oh, there's a barracks. Never mind. He's double raxing. Probably gonna go double Corollians. You not doing a good job with scouting. He knows nothing on the map. Still trying to find treasures. I feel like this is the time you want to be making sure there's
Sending
no
Greycoat.
rush.
He just said Greycoat. Click on his market. Click on Yoon's market.
Yeah.
He got hunting dogs and Greycoat. That's strange. And he's got 2 shipments. He could be sending in the town militia card, but no, he's sending in the gold in the woods. So he's just got to go naked.
Yeah,
FF.
as you said, he does not. He's not using the explorer to see if there's anything in front of him.
So Sweden is just going to slap him with heaps of musketeers, and Port's not going to have much counter. Hold on a minute. Oh, never mind. I thought they were sending me a message. It was a different.
Another shipment. What are we gonna see? Gold being shipped now. And because of the Dominion or the 4 torps that he shipped, he can now just make sure the gold pops on the torps, and the torps can gather all of that gold very quickly, and your vills can stay on the food, which makes
I
making
just
the units
realized.
smoother.
I just realized you're not sharing your screen, which is why there's a delay between. Like I'm using the Twitch to watch it.
Oh my,
Um,
cause I closed the game and
that's,
reopened it.
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
That's okay. There's it welded like nearly at the end.
You should have told me.
I wasn't paying attention.
um,
Alright.
not missing much. Again, double raxing with the Corollians. We do have a barracks from Yoon. He's
How did he
gonna
get that?
see
He
it
chopped
now.
back. Why is he going for all of these? Like, if you're going to fast forward, like he needs to stick with a build order. Like, if
Yeah,
he's trying to FF by sending these shipments, but then he's getting all of these market techs. He's building a barracks. Now musketeers are coming out of the barracks. That's not going to be enough, especially when your opponent's double raxing below the musketeers.
Corollians.
Yeah, I tried to say it, and I was like, "No, it's not coming out of my
Had
throat."
a stroke there.
Um, exactly. The Corollians, and
A
then
big mass, very big mass from
the
Sweden here.
Corollians.
15. He's got 10 more. He's probably gonna get the batches. There's the batches. He's gonna get 10 more. And these
Yeah,
musketeers
and there we
pop, but
go.
they're all gonna get slaughtered
All gonna
like
get
sheep.
exactly like as I was saying. If if you wanted to fight in H2, he could have sent 700 wood first. If he obviously wants to FF, like now
Mhm.
he's sending the six musketeers. If he had also he had two shipments like when he got in H2, he could, and now he's got another one coming out. He could have just sent the town militia card, 700 gold, still have enough for the 700 wood, and not be behind on his FF, and still be in a much better position that he is now.
Yeah,
And this is the issue where, like, if you're gonna go for like a certain build order, at least stick to it. Like, he's trying to second guess himself here. And now, what's he building? Another barracks. Okay. And now out comes the town militia.
if he just followed the build order of the ports
That
players always do, he could be having organ guns. It
Mhm.
can deal with the Corollians. Maybe he'll lose the organ guns, but you
Yeah.
will cut down the mass of Sweden. Because
And
keep
now
in
he's just
mind,
chasing.
Sweden already shipped the gold. So as you can see, their economy is not in any sense capable of going, fortress.
And now he doesn't even care about the town at the minimum. Now he's just pushing in. That's a huge mass. Huge mass.
Yeah, we got 27 Corollians. Oh, he's cutting them down, and it's only and one TC is firing, but barely with the Vils. Not a minimum pop, and I feel like the 6 masks were nice, but the town militia, like you said, would be better. And now he's shipping crossbows. The town militia, please, my friend, it would be
Mhm.
far better than this.
Like he's put in the deck because he's obviously seeing like, oh hey, people put town militia in the deck, but you don't understand, like, it's such good value, like, especially for
Yes,
poor, because you could send it twice.
yeah. You know,
And it, what, it,
you can get a full batch here, and improving the TC fire rate. You can almost, well, you will two-shot Corollians, I believe, with your 10 bills
and
with
now he's
town
got
militia.
he's double batching crossbows from that barracks. Again, it's not going to be enough. And this
No,
actually plays in, like, the score difference this early on, like, he's down so low.
and Corollians, just having that fire faster animation,
Hmm.
it's gonna deal well with these crossbows. He has a great mass of crossbows. The Corollians have been, slowly been chopped away, but Sweden's probably now running around the map trying to put torps everywhere. I wonder
I
what
don't
is
see it.
the
He does. Okay, yeah, he's got torps down here, and he's got torps down there, and he's got ones at his forward base. Okay. What else has he got left to spend in H2 for Sweden? Because I know Port's got basically nothing left.
he's got a native shipment and then some Huss and pikemen. No two leather cannons, and I don't know why. I
I
feel
know.
like that would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no leather cannons at all in your deck. It'd be very useful here. And now he's gone for a stable. What's he got to build out that stable? He should know that hussars don't counter musketeers.
Um.
Okay, and now he's going to get them trapped.
Oh, not
Going to,
like
yeah, he's going to.
this. Not like this.
At this point, he might as well just stand and fight. You know, take some
Oh,
of them down with him.
even more coming
We're
now.
at 32. Oh my god, as the Portuguese would say, ay caramba. That is a lot of colonials.
And now we're gonna get him maybe a full batch of Hus. He's trying, he's spamming it, he got it.
That's,
And now he's shipping the
it,
card. And now he's shipping the card. We needed this card a little bit earlier. Um, because the problem now with this is he's making Hus, and I don't know if he realizes, but he does not have the gold. He's gonna have to maybe sell the food to get the big
exactly.
Minuteman pop. Losing Wills at the back here from the Haas. Down to
Mm,
16 Wills. I
down to
believe
16.
Sweden
Yeah,
is ahead, almost
exactly.
almost
And
double
it's not
it.
like Sweden, like, they don't make that many vills. It's not like they should be ahead really on vill count, especially against Port. Oh,
Oh, he's gonna dive in the Haas like this, and
oh, not like
Carolian's
this.
having
Or
that multiplier. They're
one
just gonna
volley.
rip through these Haas.
The
More Wills
Huss.
going down in the background.
Okay, if he wants to pull this off, he needs to go into the market, sell some food right now. There we go. That's the game. Okay, there we go. Not like this, Yoon. Yeah, what do you think?
Um, well, again, I feel like mistakes. I know it's the elo, but I feel like he needed to stick with the normal plan of ports and try to just go FF into the organ guns as always. He tried to change it up by shipping unit shipments back to back, and there was no need for that.
Exactly.
TC
Okay.
fire with your Minutemen, it can hold for now until you can get the organ guns out. And he tried to stay in H2, which didn't work because ports don't want to be in H2.
Well, exactly. Like there is an H2 like build order you can do for port. It's kind of hard to pull off. Um, and it's definitely not the best idea. Like he could be in H3 right now, and he could have had organ guns. Just not enough practice with port, and just not enough trust in the build order. Um, I'm gonna go see if any of the players want to come up to this chat for in post game interview. So I'll be back in a second.
Well, there we have it. It's a clean sweep, 3-0, and Lady Shaver in a good position. He's got his 3 points. Now just waiting for the other contestants' opponents to play in their group so he can see who his next opponent will be. Yoon not getting anything on the board, but it's not over yet. He still has some matches to play. He can, as we said, he could be a deciding factor in the group of who goes forward and who gets left behind. Um, we also have Custoser and Tobias coming up.
Baby girl.
And
Hey,
with me now is Andreas, known as Lady Shaver. Congratulations. 3 points on the board, clean sweep. What's your take about this?
thank you, buddy. Pretty good. I was a bit nervous because I didn't know him. I didn't know his capabilities, and I was surprised. For 1200 elo, he played pretty well. I think didn't expect him to have Falconets and Culverines as Hausa. So yeah.
Yeah,
And also, it was a little bummer that my first game, apparently we forgot to put spectator mode,
Yeah.
and it was going really well. I did a native rush at 5 minutes, and then I had to cancel the game at 8 minutes, and we had to restart. But I didn't want to do the same thing again, so then I just did a semi.
We see you being very flexible, changing your civs, and being able to keep that momentum with each civ. were any of these your main civs, or do you still have something planned for the future?
I wouldn't, since I'm not a 1v1 player, I would not consider any of them a main civ. I just have one or two strategies for a couple, and mostly the best ones for that civ, or lame ones, like the Aztec one. And I just bought them.
The Aztec match was quite in your favor. You know, it was like a swampy area. You know, it was hard for Hausa to put down buildings. You had a coal mine which helped you with your mine allies. You know, a lot of things were really going well for
Absolutely.
you in that match. But we also saw you losing your explorer. So we do see, you know, mistakes from you. Are you gonna try and
Oh,
improve on them?
absolutely. No. That makes it interesting, no? I'll just keep making mistakes and then, you know, give people a chance. No, I'm just joking. That was unintentional. I didn't. There were too many trees. This map was shit. I didn't see that there was another coyote. I thought I was winning, so I didn't retreat. And apparently there was another coyote that killed me. Because you can't really see much between those trees. Yeah.
Yeah, the line of sight was pretty terrible.
Right, but again, thanks for the matches, Lady Shaver, and we're gonna see what happens with you in your group. You are currently, you know, people are talking about you as being the favorite player to maybe win the tournament, but we will have to see how this plays out.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Right, thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye. Alright, I'll bring up Yoon.
Yeah, let's hear about Yoon's Mr.
Hey, how's it going, Yoon?
Yoon.
So,
Are you there? You sound a bit demoralized.
no, not really.
Are you
I mean, I knew I was up against one of the stronger players.
how do you feel about
So,
the Hausa? Because I feel like you would be performing a lot better with you know civs that has a bigger roster than Hausa, or do you realize the mistakes you made of Hausa and you're gonna improve and perform better next time?
I mean, Hausa is my main. I just started out with them. So, I don't really play other civ that much. So, I
Yeah.
thought it's best to play with Hausa, but of course, when you're banning some of the unit types, that changes a
Yeah.
lot.
We could definitely see that, like, you do understand Hausa. Like, we were very impressed, like, when you were able to do the switch from Raiders to Desert Archers in the second game. It's just only a shame that you didn't start off from the bat with Desert Archers. Like, you're just up against, you got a civ like Hausa. Unfortunately, they just really suffer in a tournament like this because they only have access to very few units and they don't have any alternatives for what you ban. So like your opponent is able to take advantage of that. But you
Yeah,
do
that's
have
true.
some options, like for example the desert units that you get in the outpost. It's just you got to think a lot more outside the box when it comes to house up.
Yeah, I was trying to go for the, I think they're called Corsair Rifleman.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw
Since the
you.
Desert Archers, they're really expensive and also 3 pop.
Yes. Yeah, 3 pop. There's no need for them to be 3 pop. I feel like that
But
must be a mistake.
I think I had to ship the Corsair Marksman
Yeah,
to
you
be
have
able
to.
to make them.
Yes. I think you get them as a tech in the university by each other the Moroccans.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Just yeah, because I know there's like I could picture the icon in my head, but I don't know if that just like gives you a shipment of him or if it unlocks him in the war camp. But yeah, with game three, the Portugal. So what were you trying to do in that game?
I was trying to go to H3 and then pressure him with halberdiers and organ guns.
Yeah, and then when he started to push you with the Corollians, what were you thinking then? Because we see that you did change your plan.
Yeah, I was contemplating on shipping the card that increases your town hall attack,
Yes.
or just ship units. So I was kind of stuck between aging and defending with making units.
Yeah.
But
See, it was
I think
very
I should.
it was very unfortunate for you that you weren't able to scout quick enough, because we saw from your perspective there was that one black patch, like south of your base, which you hadn't seen, and there he had two barracks and an outpost out, and I felt like if you were able to see that and see how close they were to your base, probably would have helped you a lot more in your decision making.
Yeah, I think I have to work a bit more on scouting.
Yeah, just with going with the FF, because honestly, if you had just stuck with the FF, you probably would have been better off because you would have had organ guns out, and they would have came out before the hussars out, and also with the you had two shipments in age one, like by the time you went from age 1 to 2, like don't be afraid to send that town militia card as soon as you can, because then you send the 700 gold after that, and while you're waiting you will get enough XP, especially with the trade post, for the 700 wood, because if you had the town militia there, and were able to send like the big batch of them, that plus the organ guns you would have gotten, plus the Shotel Warriors you would have gotten, you would have been able to hold a lot better than switching up and going crossbow and musketeers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So like sometimes it's better to just like stick with the original plan, because honestly, like Portugal can do some really good like timings in H3. Like early H3 there can be really strong because you have access to such powerful units even without the Caçador.
I think the issue was like contemplating too much and not just sticking to one plan, and also not scouting enough.
Yeah, definitely work on the scouting a little bit better, but it's not like everyone can get better at the scouting. Amon, go to like most downloaded, go to any, and then go to most downloads. Like top right there. Sorry, I think only I'm seeing this.
You are just quickly trying to get something set up for
Yeah.
Caesar's match. But no, thanks Jun. And like we said, we know you are the lower elo player, but we're expecting maybe something in the future. You could be the deciding factor on who gets to move on to the next round, or yeah, it will be interesting to see how you play against the Dutchman in your group, and also the Albanian, because they both want to prove a point and get to the quarterfinals, and you
Exactly.
are unfortunately the man standing in front of them in the way you're holding the door and saying you need to get past me. So we'll see what you do there.
Yeah, I'm just happy to learn from these guys.
Well, we're gonna have to say thank you for joining us, and then we will see you for the next round.
Thank
Take-
you.
No problem. You guys also. Thank
Have a good one.
Well,
Alright,
there,
and there we
we
go.
have it. Lady Shaver versus Yoon, underdog, big man. Would you have seen it any different? We have Lady Shaver dominating this series, but as we said, it's not over yet. This was the first round in their group. Everybody has a point to prove. Everybody wants to win games for those points. We have another match coming up in a few hours. I hope to see you all there. For now, I will be signing out. And McLovin, you have anything else to add?
Not really. I think overall it was very interesting series of matches that we just saw there, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing both players play in the future. And yeah, overall I think that was a pretty good stream.
Right then, and then I will see you all hopefully in the next video. Take care now.
Bye bye.